No, this is not an art house transporter. Well, maybe it is.
If I drive for you, you give me a time and a place. I give you a 5-minute window. Anything happens in that 5 minutes and I'm yours, no matter what. I don't sit in while you're running it down. I don't carry a gun. I drive.
So Drive stars Ryan Gosling, Carey Mulligan, Albert Brooks, Bryan Cranston, and Ron Perlman. It's by the same director as Bronson, which was a pretty good movie, but with an excellent performance by Tom Hardy. And that film had hints of greatness in the director, and I knew that something was coming. Now here's Drive, a movie about a stuntman, Ryan Gosling, who does stunt driving for movies, but moonlights as a getaway driver for criminals. He meets a really nice woman and her son who live in the apartment building, and he strikes up a really sweet relationship with them, but when her husband, who was in prison, comes back, some really messed up stuff happens that I'm not going to divulge, but the wife and the child are now in danger, and Ryan Gosling doesn't like that, so he decides to find the people who are endangering them and work things out. I'll put it that way.
So you just moved to LA?
No, I've been here for a while.
What do you do?
I drive for movies.
Is that dangerous?
It's only part-time.
I've heard rave reviews about Drive. I heard great things about it. It was shown at Comic-Con. I'm pretty sure it won Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival. Drive is a masterpiece. I don't want to overhype it, but this is the kind of movie that, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure that years from now, film classes will be telling the students to look at. People who are interested in becoming directors or cinematographers, that they're going to be like, look, watch Drive, come back, we'll talk about this. This is a beautiful looking movie. One of the best directed films of the year so far I have seen. It looks so fantastic. Each scene is so well edited and paced. You would think that some of these scenes where the main people are quiet and they don't talk that much would be boring, but for me, it was riveting. I'm telling you, my eyes were glued to this screen during this movie. I adored this film.
My husband's coming home.
Where is he?
He's in prison.
There's some guys that want me to do a job for them, and I'm not gonna do it.
What is that you got there? One of those men gave you that?
Ryan Gosling plays kind of the man with no name type. He doesn't talk much, you don't know much about him, but you're interested, you want to know. You're like, oh, tell me more about this guy, tell me more. And as you see certain things his characters do through his actions, you can kind of start to get an idea of what his past is like. Through his actions, you get an idea of the kind of person he is, things that happened to him in his past. All the actors are great in this movie. Everyone does well with each other. Brooks, Carey Mulligan, Gosling, everyone worked really well with one another. The soundtrack for this film is very retro, very 80s.
Did you have any idea there'd be a second car?
The action scenes in this film are quick, horrific, sometimes actually a little bit terrifying, and very well done and extremely effective. Everything about this movie is 100% not cliched. Everything you'd think it would do, it does it a different way. The only thing that's cliched is the plot. I mean, we've seen it before, but it's style over substance, and it's not a bad thing for this movie. It's just such an entertaining experience. I don't want to overhype it, I keep saying that, but when I watched the movie I was thinking, I wonder if this is like what people felt like when they first saw like Pulp Fiction in theaters. I mean, the reaction, this type of, I don't know if I like that, oh, I don't know if I like that, oh my god. Now some people might look at the events that happen later on in the film and think, boy, that's a little over the top. But if you watch very carefully, you can see a lot of times earlier in the movie where they hint at what's going on in this character's mind and what could happen and what he might do and these kind of things. And it's very well done. Very well directed film. I personally think the film's a masterpiece. The nightlife, the look of the film, oh my word, the look at night, just so brilliant. The action scenes, everything was so perfectly edited. I adored this movie. I just sat there just like, I can't believe this is happening. I mean, just certain things in the movie just really strike you. It's so great. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm going to give Drive an A. So if you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmann high.